All right, sorry about that. All right, just tell me when you're ready, Christie. On case number 20-8521, Chad Wayne Poole. Detective, raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth?
I do, Your Honor.
If you could state the facts for me, Detective, please.
On 12/1/20, Officer McDermott took a UTA report from Charles Thibault. Charles advised a 2005 GMC Yukon with Michigan plate Edward Frank David 3005 was stolen from the Village Shoe Inn at 21021 Kelly. Charles advised there was no battery in the vehicle. Charles provided video showing a dark Chevy pickup with trailer enter the lot at 5:05 a.m. and load the Yukon onto the trailer and leave. On 12/2/2020, Officer Geloso was radioed 22071 Saxony and observed the dark Chevy pickup bearing the stolen plate. Further investigation revealed the stolen Yukon was backed into the back of the driveway. Officers made contact with Amy Wyritz, who gave consent to search the home. Chad Poole is located in the home, hiding under the mattress. Amy advised the cars were always coming and going from the home, and confirmed Poole drives a Chevy pickup with a trailer.
Court finds probable cause, sign the complaint and warrant. I do see the complaint is signed. Mr. Poole, can you state your name for the record, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Chad Wayne Poole.
Counselor?
Yes, Your Honor. Josh Jones appearing on behalf of Mr. Poole, who is appearing via the East Point Jail. We're going to waive our physical appearance for this hearing. We're also going to waive formal reading of the charges. We're going to stand mute and ask the court to enter not guilty plea. He will need court-appointed counsel process on these matters.
All right, thank you. Mr. Poole, today's your date and time set to be formally arraigned. As your arraignment attorney indicated, I'm not going to be reading out loud what the alleged offenses are or what potential penalties are. You're entitled to certain rights. You are entitled to a bench trial, jury trial. If you want any witnesses subpoenaed on your behalf, the court will go ahead and subpoena those witnesses. You're also entitled to have an attorney present at all future hearing dates, as well as any time law enforcement wants to interview you regarding these matters. You're also entitled to have a probable cause conference held within 21 days from today's date. If you're out on bond, probation, or parole, found guilty of these charges or any lesser included offense, that can be deemed as a violation. Do you understand that, Mr. Poole?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Detective Ignas, can you give me a background, please?
Your Honor, Mr. Poole has a suspended driver's license. He has a no bond warrant out of Roscommon County for child support. Criminal history dates back 2000, 37th District Court, entry without permission. Pled guilty. 2002, felony UTA where he pled guilty, as well as RNC. 2003, out of 71B, which is Tuscola County, driving on a suspended license. In 2004, out of this court, misdemeanor assault and battery, pled guilty. November of 2005, out of 39th Roseville, misdemeanor domestic violence, found guilty. March 2010, out of Fraser, operating a suspended license. He pled to a lesser minor offense, traffic related. April 2011, out of Warren, reckless driving, pled guilty, as well as operating on a suspended license. April 2013 in Warren, misdemeanor domestic violence, second offense was dismissed. However, he pled guilty to a lower DV first charge. July 2014, Roscommon, felony stalking, aggravated, pled guilty. June 2014, out of Houghton Lake, MSP, misdemeanor domestic violence. July 2014, 74th, which is MSP Tri-County, Tri-City Post, did a suspended license, pled guilty. July of 2014, out of 82nd District, misdemeanor larceny, pled guilty. July 14, retail fraud out of Roscommon, also that was newly processed. 2014, same. Looks like traffic related offenses, pled guilty. Gladwin County in 2018, operating a suspended license. Also in October of 2019, he is on probation for felony controlled substance methamphetamine. Given the history, Your Honor, and the warrant out for his arrest and the charges, I'd recommend the cash surety bond.
All right, thank you. Counselor, do you want to be heard on bond?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Poole we do acknowledge that he's on probation in circuit court. There is no violation yet because of the fact of the incident date. He has been compliant with that probation, Your Honor. There are no warrants. Moreover, Your Honor, he does have ties to the community as he does live here. He has a girlfriend here. I would ask zealously for a reasonable low cash bond.
Mr. Poole, have you spent majority of your life in and out of jail and prison?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have a drug problem?
No, Your Honor.
You don't have any addiction problem?
I had an addiction problem when I got placed on felony probation, but I've complied and been to everything that I've had to do with my felony probation since I've been on it.
And what was your drug of choice when you used drugs?
Methamphetamine, Your Honor.
Okay, and when's the last time you actually used any type of non-prescribed drugs?
That would be the date of the incident that I got arrested for in October of last year.
Let's see, what date? All right, so we're going to bring you back December 22nd at 1 p.m. this year. Sir, I have a lot of concerns. You have same or similar conduct of on your criminal history as to what's alleged in the complaint that I have before me. You have a no bond warrant and you're out on probation. I'm hoping that you are being compliant with your probation conditions. The court is going to do a $15,000 cash surety only. And again, that is based off of same and similar conduct as Detective Ignis stated on your criminal history as to what's alleged in the complaint that I have before me, a no bond warrant, and you still currently are on probation. Sir, I'm not saying when you come back December 22nd, your court-appointed attorney can't address bond when the county prosecutor's here, but at this time, I really can't do a lower bond for you, okay?
So that's $1,500?
No, sir,
Or
it's
is that
15,000
$1,500?
cash surety only,
Okay.
all right?
Yeah, I got a no bond warrant anyway, so.
Yeah, so, good luck.
Yep, thank you.
Come on, Mr. Poole,
For
let's
child
use the
support.
phone real quick.
Child support and that.
Sir, what's
This
your
is
name?
Mr. Klein. Klein.
Fine, thank you.
You're welcome.
Calling case number 20-1823, John Talbert Klein. Mr. Klein, can you state your name for the record?
John Talbert Klein, Your Honor.
Counselor?
Yes, Your Honor. Josh Jones appearing on behalf of Mr. Klein, who is appearing via the East Point Jail. Wow. We're going to waive our physical appearance for this hearing. We're also going to waive formal reading of the charges. We're going to stand mute and ask the court to enter a not guilty plea. He will need court-appointed counsel process for this matter.
All right, thank you. Mr. Klein, today's your date and time set to be formally arraigned as your arraignment attorney indicated. You are entitled to certain rights. You're entitled to a bench trial, jury trial. If you want any witnesses subpoenaed on your behalf, the court will go ahead and subpoena those witnesses. You're also entitled to have an attorney present at all future hearing dates, as well as any time law enforcement wants to interview you regarding these matters. If you're out on bond, probation, or parole, if you're found guilty of these charges or any lesser included offense, that can be deemed as a violation. Do you understand that, Mr. Klein?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
Detective, can you give me a background, please?
Your Honor, Mr. Klein currently has expired license, suspended license, lengthy criminal history dating back to 1981, several miscellaneous felonies, home invasion, aggravated assaults, robberies, retail frauds, and other larcenies, Your Honor. I'll leave the bond to your discretion.
All right, thank you. Counselor, do you want to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. I've talked to Mr. Klein. I've also talked to the detectives. The reason I say this, Your Honor, is Mr. Klein has paperwork indicating that he was being housed in Macomb County by Warren from 2/28 of this year until, today, December 4th. The moment he got released from county, he was then picked up on the open warrants for here, which from my understanding, Mr. Klein had some court dates. I don't know why, again, the court wasn't made aware of him being at Macomb County. And I know that it's not on the court. He is very well aware of what he needs to do, and he needs to appear, and I believe he will. He's also got very major health considerations, Your Honor. He has sleep apnea. He has 3 stents in his heart. He just was recovered from, or is recovering from, cancer. Moreover, Your Honor, he's got hypertension and high blood pressure. I would respectfully ask for a personal bond on this. And I will say that I verified, like I said, the information that he had from the county with the officer. It's a Warren case. It's not for this case, as Mr. Klein and I talked about. But that's his reason for his non-appearance on this previously.
Okay. Detective Ignis, do you have a problem with a nominal personal bond?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
All right. Just give me 1 minute. My clerk took
Not a
my
problem.
file,
Thank
but we're
you.
trying to cancel the warrant. All right. Sir, I'm gonna do a $5,000 personal bond for you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
To a January date.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Hang on, let's get your date.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So what date do you do the end of January? Sir, we're gonna do January 26th of next year at 1
Yes.
p.m. Are you still living at 138? Mr.
I'm sorry.
Knox? I'm sorry, Mr. Klein, are you living at 13823 Knox?
No, it's 23211. It's LaSalle. I don't live on Knox anymore. I've actually lived on LaSalle for 6 years. That was my girlfriend's house on Knox.
Okay, all right. That's where your notice is gonna get mailed to, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Yep.
Who's up?
This is Mr. Nito, Your Honor.
You need one, Christie?
Oh, you're good.
Calling case number 20-2062, Robert Carl Nito Jr. Mr. Nito, state your name for the record, please.
Robert Carl Nito Jr.
Counselor,
Yes, Your Honor. Josh Jones appearing on behalf of Mr. Nito, who is appearing via the East Point Jail. We're going to waive our physical appearance for this hearing. We're going to waive formal reading of the charges, and we're going to stand mute and ask court to enter not guilty plea. He will need court-appointed counsel processed.
thank you. Mr. Nito, today's your day and time set to be formally arraigned as your arraignment attorney indicated. I'm not going to be reading out loud what the alleged offenses are or what potential penalties are. You are entitled to certain rights. You are entitled to a bench trial, jury trial. If you want any witnesses subpoenaed on your behalf, the court will go ahead and subpoena those witnesses. You're also entitled to have an attorney present at all future hearing dates, as well as any time law enforcement wants to interview you regarding these matters. If you're out on bond, probation, or parole, if found guilty of these charges or any lesser included offense, that could be deemed as a violation. Do you understand that, Mr. Nito?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Detective, can you give me a background, please?
Mr. Nito, I'm sorry, has a valid driver's license. 2006 in Fraser, looks like an MDOP, was found guilty. 2008 out of Roseville, stolen property, found guilty. 2009 out of city of Roseville, R&O, found guilty. And looks like in June of 2008, there was some sort of ordinance violation in Roseville. There's no charge and or judicial segment, and then brings it to this one. I will leave bond to your discretion.
Okay, thank you, Detective. Detective, did the assault take place on Normandy address? You know?
It did, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes.
But can I say something? The individual Gabriel does not live at that address. Mr. Naidu has not actually had contact with him since the date of incident. Just for the record, we'll acknowledge all of that.
All right. All right, sir. The court's going to do a small monetary amount of $2,500 cash surety, 10%. There is going to be a no contact provision. You're not to have any direct or indirect with Gabriel Meggie, M-E-G-G-E. Detective, do you happen to have an address for the victim?
1 second, Your Honor. I have for the victim 18988 Porter in Clinton Township.
Okay. Yep, Clinton Township. So, sir, you're not to be within 1,000 feet of the victim and/or residents. You're not to
Okay.
consume. You're not to consume any alcohol, non-prescribed drugs. No weapons. That includes knives and bullets.
Okay.
Not to leave the state of Michigan without the court's written permission. We're gonna bring you back January 20th of next, that was the date we were using for Josh, right? January 20th at 8:30 in the morning, and I'm gonna appoint Mr. Jones as your attorney, okay?
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is. It's 1 o'clock. I made the mistake. We still want the 20th, right? Probably not.
26. I thought you said.
My fault. It's January 26th at 1 o'clock. Josh, are you available that date?
Yeah, that should work.
All right, sir, if the court finds out anyway you violated any of the conditions, your bond will be revoked and you'll be remanded into custody, okay? All
Okay.
right, good luck, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Last one is Stuart, Karen.
Thank you.
Calling case number 08B as in boy 133136, Rodney Dwayne Stewart Jr. Sir, can you state your name for the record?
Rodney Dwayne Stewart Jr.
Counselor?
Yes, Your Honor. Josh Jones appearing on behalf of Mr. Stewart, who is appearing via the East Point Jail. We're going to waive our physical appearance for this hearing. We're going to waive formal reading of the charges. We're going to stand mute and ask the court to enter not guilty plea.
All right. Mr. Stewart, how did you end up in custody today?
In Chesterfield, they pulled me over.
Sir, here's what I'm going to do. This matter's from 2008. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dismiss counts 1, 2, and 3. However, I'm unable to waive the state mandatory fees of $50 state minimum and $45 for your clearance on all of them. So it's $95 that you're going to owe. And do 1 day credit, 1 day East Point Jail. So if you ever want to drive again, you have to pay the state and clearance fees on these. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm giving you a huge break today.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, but you got to stop driving until you clear everything. All you do is dig yourself a financial mess. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Did he get personal?
I don't think he understood what just happened.
It's a godsend.
No,
But anyway,
They'll figure it out. They'll be
I
nice
don't
by
think it
them.
does either. That's it, Your Honor. Thanks, Josh.
All right, thank you.
take care, guys. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Too.
I keep getting files in the bus. Was this one supposed to be Macomb County Jail?
We did him.
Or did we do them? I really need to go.
Us
You
two,
and me
Karen.
both.
No, don't you and me, all of us.
I got 2 people in my queue.
So real quick, we don't have a judge yet for Tuesday and Wednesday. So is there a possibility those dockets might not go?
No.
What? I said, is there a possibility they might not go?
No, if anything,
They'll
it's going to
go.
be an adjournment.
Shit.
It's going to be, she can come and sit with me,
What
like when
days?
we do 1 o'clock in custodies,
Okay, and those are when?
1 o'clock Monday through Friday.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
And then you can look, I think I have 9 a.m. arraignments in here.
Okay. So I'll tell her Monday or Tuesday Monday through Friday, 1 o'clock, we do dockets,
Yes.
the arraignments.
Yes. Let's start out with just the in custodies. That way we know for sure we'll have crap.
Yeah. Okay.
Got a headache?
Mm-hmm.
I do too.
I do. Christy, can you pass me a sticky? I really do.
I feel very, I don't know.
Can you pass me a phone book?
Would you?
Felony docket, I'm gonna get this right. Felony docket, Monday through Friday at 1.
No.
Hmm.
In custodies are at 1.
Thank you. I asked her, I go, so you're gonna do both tests, the CEO and the CER? And she goes, I don't know. I go, what did you sign up for? She goes, I don't know. She goes, I gotta look. I said, okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
I said, you poor thing.
No, I think she's thinking what Marina thought. Signing up for the classes is the test. Because she was very adamant. No, March, I'm taking my test. And like I said, you looked at her, there's no tests in March.
What's weird is, yeah, no, when you go to scale, it shows.
Wait, can't wait. We're still live. Christy, how do I get out? Christy.